everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Emma and Georgia, and today we're watching How to Get Away with Murder Season 4 Episode 2. If you want to watch our uncut reactions, links to Patrons down below.
Last episode, Annalise had a dinner with all the Keating 5 and she ended up breaking up with them because she thought it was best for them all to go their separate ways.
It was an emotional breakup.
It really was. No one took it well. She even broke up with Bonnie, and I bet Bonnie's heart got smashed into a million pieces because we all know how much she loves Annalise.
Yes.
Bonnie's now gone to work with Denver by the looks of it, so probably trying to get insider information or something because I don't believe Bonnie would betray Annalise that easily.
Yeah, that's what we thought when we saw her in his office. We were like, I don't think Bonnie would do this in spite of Annalise. I'm sure it's to help her if she ever needed it.
Laurel had a few scenes with her dad and we were like, oh my god, what the hell, she doesn't know and she's being all lovey-dovey with him. At the end she was going to text him and she wrote in her text, why did you kill Wes?
Yeah, unless she has a very good plan that she's got going on. I don't know what all that was about. So she
figured it out
or knows.
Someone on the Patreon told us that she apparently figured it out right from the moment she met up with Dominic in the season finale because it was too much of a weird coincidence, and you can kind of see her staring off into the distance and it's like her thinking through her head that her dad is behind it. Annalise went home and she stayed with her mum for a bit and we saw how her mum's condition is doing, and they were looking at putting her in a care home, which the visit did not go well, and then I think in the end Annalise left and she told her dad you've got to look after her and take responsibility now, so her dad's gonna be the one in charge. And it was just really sad to see, there was that one scene with Annalise and her mum where she said, I don't want you to have to lose anyone else, we're gonna have to prepare for when I go. She's not thinking that she's scared to die, she's thinking that she's scared about Annalise having to lose another person because of how much she's lost in life.
No, it's so sad, and I love when those two are on screen because it's so different to Annalise's usual world of crime cover-up and everything, and when she's back home with her mum, it's a different sort of emotion. It's her family, and it's so sad to see, and Annalise has lost too much.
I was hoping that this would mean that Annalise's mum is going to be in it more, but I kind of also don't want her to be in it more because I know the scenes are just going to be so hard to watch.
They are. I'm not ready for when she passes. I'm not ready for it. Oh my god, a timestamp.
Good.
Odd.
You don't have to say that for my benefit.
She's looking into him.
I mean, hotel living is not as glamorous as
it's kind of understandable for Annalise as a woman that's in, the criminal business and law. It's just, I guess, intuition to look people up, see if you can trust them.
Most hotels, they have one.
Don't touch it.
I haven't had a drink.
Oh,
You
yes!
can breathalyze me if you want. This client...
Is it the woman? The woman she shared a cell with?
I think it is,
The queen is back. They told me it was a lawyer in here. I thought it was my broke down public defender. The outside looked good on you, roommate. And I know who I want for my first client.
Oh, she remembered.
I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm a hooker. A girl needs her protection. Okay, don't say that in front of the judge. With your past fellas, you can't afford free.
She did a lot for her in prison. I think this is the least she can do.
Crazy ass bitch. I will give you that.
What was your most pivotal experience as a law student? 10 words or less. Go.
Meeting the love of my life while trying to seduce him for a case.
That was more than 10 words.
Button your blazer. No one's gonna hire you with your belly poking out. I'm barely showing.
Your boobs are. Just kidding.
Okay.
I've never even looked at your boobs.
I should shut it.
I've got my secret weapons in place. Adult diapers. I'm as dry as the
Oh
sun.
my god.
Like your vagina.
Yeah, it's because your shoes are small, like
Where's my package? Yeah. Why don't you get on your knees and I'll show you.
Oh.
Just so we're clear,
The only reason the 4 of you guys even got interviews is because people want to gossip about Annalise.
I always hated that guy.
She was walking home. Being black is not adequate
Bonnie.
grounds of suspicion. Judge, these are all arguments beyond the scope of
That's
this
good.
case. This goes to the heart of my motion.
We can argue the facts of the case at trial, Miss Keating. Motion to suppress denied.
No, this is not the time or the place.
I know.
Where's the ADA on this next case?
Right here, Your Honor.
Oh. You filed the 106 motion on the 3rd floor.
Oh,
Bonnie's salty.
cold shoulder.
It's a list of traumatic life events that are often risk factors.
How many
Substance
sheets
abuse
of paper
disorders.
do you have?
I think you're telling me about her to avoid telling me about you.
Well, this is our 2nd session, and clinical guidelines specify that the therapist is supposed to listen in the early sessions, let the patient guide the narrative.
She's lawyering.
The research.
I work here now.
For like 3 days.
Okay, but
Sass.
I do.
Do you and Annalise think you're really fooling anybody with this?
I don't work here for Annalise.
You expect me to believe it?
I'll find the witness on my own.
He's giving her the cold shoulder, you know.
I don't know why Nate's talking about that as if he's ever been dedicated to this team.
No.
We're concerned about your academic performance. How do you explain it?
Well, she had a lot on.
Did you write that answer up beforehand? It sounds scripted.
No, I knew you'd be curious about my GPA.
Are you calling our questions basic?
Yeah, these guys are scary.
My concern is our clients need the most focused lawyers on their side. There can be no distractions. So my question is, can you promise to dedicate 100% of yourself to this?
Buttoning up the jacket
Hi,
now.
Belly.
I believe this proves that I thrive in adverse situations, and I look forward to any opportunity to improve myself.
McKenna's like the perfect person in an interview. She just knows exactly what to say. I'm jealous.
We all know you're not going to get this job, so why don't you just tell us what we really want to know? What was it like working for Annalise
These guys aren't who you want to work for. They're just-
Honestly, I don't think that we'd be having this conversation if she were a man. The patriarchy is alive and kicking, as we all know.
Each of her interns nearly flunked out due to her drama, and those are the ones still alive.
I don't like him.
I know. What's his deal?
You didn't tell me you were packing tonight.
This is bullshit.
You're under arrest.
Let go of me.
Turn around.
Probably can't even get that tiny fat fool to scare.
Oh,
You see how rough he was with me?
You're lucky you got possession. They could have given you battery soliciting an officer.
You want to save me? Go back to when I was 13 and my daddy sold my ass to a crew for a couple of bags of smack. Strip you naked and take turns. They call it wolf packing. Because then you are so broken, they can work you full time in vans until you have spent your whole life in a cell.
Oh, that's so sad. I can't.
Thinking you can save me?
That might spur Annalise on though.
yeah, this is gonna be tough.
You're hiding for 2 sessions now. Maybe your last therapist put up with that, but you're stuck with me.
I like that he's upfront about it.
Yeah, he's not beating around the bush or anything.
Denver promoted me to lead investigator, Annalise.
I know. I got you the deal.
You had to help yourself, not just me. My life is finally coming together, so please, stay out of my way for once.
I fired Bonnie.
You walked up to her.
And I know she worked for the DA's office until this morning.
Find out if you're lying.
Just go away, Nate. Like, why are you butting in now? Nothing really to do with you, is it?
Control, Ollie, delete?
Yeah, that's funny, right?
Oh, it's got an IT past.
It's Kaplan and Gold.
How?
Connor, 0.
You're not the only loser.
Great. We can start a club.
I'm not that desperate. Here.
You were a minor. They sealed your file.
What's good about that?
Because that's how I'm going to get your ass out of here.
Hell yes, I don't know why, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take anything at this point.
Please leave. She's a sex trafficking victim. She was forced into it at 13. Settle.
She is really pissed. Bonnie has
Bonnie
never
have a
been
similar
so
history then? Was it more than just her dad abusing her? Was she like in a sex trade or something?
I'll go away now.
Laurel Castillo?
You got an interview.
Miss Castillo? Going once?
She lied.
Talk to you.
Only to ask me to unseal the juvenile record for one of the ladies she was in jail with.
You do it?
What, be a pathetic little weenie man? No.
That's who you've always been, though, Bonnie.
What's going on?
I was just telling your boyfriend here that these law firms do background checks on all their prospective interns. They dig into us, our parents, any mental health issues.
Shut your mouth.
So I wouldn't hang my hopes on Daddy's name if I were you, Milson.
Oh.
He
Why
rolls
does
people up.
he has to
silly.
antagonize them all the time.
Peace mode.
But Ash is strong. He won't succumb to
Thank you.
his mocking.
Go near him again. I'll cut off your balls and feed them to you.
Trust me.
That's her man.
He just acts like a pathetic little child that's having a tantrum all the time. Like, what the hell is wrong with him?
I like that Michaela's standing up for Asher, though.
I have a sealed file for Jasmine's case.
Oh, wow.
I'm always gonna be here. When you want me. When you don't want me.
It's a bit ominous, isn't it?
That's scary. I like that he's being persistent with it too. He's not giving up.
He's really trying to earn back Annalise's trust, but, you know, it's going to take a long time.
Why are you here, Connor?
You had a call back at Legal Aid. You didn't show up.
So?
So, why lie?
I don't know. Maybe I just don't care anymore.
If you're still trying to figure out what happened to Wes.
Don't say his name to me.
You're having his baby, Laurel.
Not everything is about the
No,
stupid
of course
baby.
not. I know. I just want you to know that I'm here for you if you need me.
Wow.
Great.
God, this is the first time you've actually been supportive.
I feel a showdown.
They've got to get it all out
I
on the
was
table
there,
now.
Laurel. I hate myself more than you could ever hate me. That makes you feel any better.
You
The
can't.
guilt on his face, like.
None of us can. And it's not your fault, so stop hating yourself.
I can't.
Fine, but you owe me. And you have to do what I say. So at least try.
She's being nicer about it than I thought.
I know. Like, Laurel can be quite mean, as we've seen, but she's being soft on him today.
Why were you prosecuting her for prostitution instead of treating her as a victim of sex trafficking?
The whole concept of sex trafficking is relatively new.
All of these are underage girls who were picked up for solicitation in 1968. All these cases were assigned to you. But instead of charging them, you petitioned that each of them be sent to rehabilitation.
Every case is different.
My client is black, and all of these girls were white.
Oh, big claims.
She would have been sent to a safe place to eat, sleep, maybe even given the opportunity to go to school.
Objection, argumentative.
But instead, she's treated like a criminal by the officers and prosecutor whose duty it was to protect her.
I don't know everything about you, but it's my job to point out connections that you might not be able to see yourself.
Just contrasting.
I know. I was just thinking that.
Government housing assistance.
Your Honor, please censure Miss Keating.
This guy shot it.
Horrible things happened to me as a child, but I had a mother who loved me, teachers who told me I was smart and I could go to college, and I believed them, not her. That's why I'm demanding that the court not just vacate her current charges, but all of her prior convictions. It's the only way that Miss Bromell will be shown the basic human decency that she's been deprived of her entire life.
Annalise really did it there.
She's back, baby.
Yeah.
How could we expect them to do so when we have hobbled them before their life has even begun?
Oh, yes.
Miss Bromell, this courtroom owes you an apology. The law was in the wrong when it treated you like a criminal instead of a victim. Seal your prior convictions.
What a
So
good
as long
judge.
as you never appear in my courtroom, you will be eligible for assistance and jobs without disclosing your criminal history. The one you should have been given in 1968.
Oh, that's so long ago.
I can't.
No, take it.
Oh, so emotional. The first time she's ever been given help for something.
You are allowed to feel hope in these situations.
Why? You work with drug addicts every day. You know they don't change.
I changed.
Oh.
I was a heroin addict.
I wish you hadn't told me that.
Why?
She's gonna put him in prison.
I didn't blackmail him.
In what world does he hire anyone who worked for Annalise?
That's what I'm thinking.
So I blackmailed him.
Okay.
We should start our own support group. Annalise Anonymous.
Yeah.
Are they setting up a romance for Bonnie and Nate?
I hope not.
Say hello to Kaplan and Gold's new intern, suckers.
Oh, he's good.
I'm amazing.
You have to take the Kaplan and Gold job.
I already did. They paid most.
Oh my God.
Why do you care so much?
Kaplan and Gold is the firm that represents my father because he killed Wes.
Oh, she told her.
What did you just say?
My father killed Wes, and you're gonna help me take him down.
Michaela was excited for 0.2 seconds.
I know. She's like, oh yes. Oh wait, Laurel comes in.
He taught me how to share, and it worked. And then he became my husband.
Oh no.
Why is he in the flash forwards? Like,
Where's my baby?
You've reached the voicemail of Annalise Keating. Please leave a message.
Where the hell are you? She's awake.
Bonnie still works there in 2 months then.
good for her. Oh no, what drama are we here?
Why are the police after her again? A gun.
Is someone dead?
Oh my god.
Oh!
What the hell happened in that elevator?
I have a prediction, and you know, this could be completely bollocks. I think that might be Laurel's blood, because if, like, there might have been a complication with her baby and it caused her to bleed, that might be her blood. You know, because there was handprints on the wall as well, so she might have like checked herself or whatever. Could make sense. I don't know.
That was a lot of blood.
Out. I know, there was a lot of blood, and she's saying, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" So I don't have much to go on at all, but that's my only theory. But also, why are they looking for Annalise? And there's
and a gun. Did she
Annalise
shoot
can't get
up
herself out of
someone?
trouble.
I know.
She can't get out of trouble.
Hell? Who? Oh, is it Laurel's gun? I'm trying to think who has a gun. We've only seen that Laurel has one so far.
I'm sure Annalise has one hidden somewhere. Can't they just not get in trouble again? Annalise's name keeps getting dragged through the mud. She's just got her job back, and
she had a very good first case back though.
It was amazing. Oh my god, it was so emotional.
Outcome.
That's incredible that she managed to do that. And looking around the courtroom in that scene, I think it touched a lot of people, and rightly so. It was so emotional.
I feel like Annalise is the only lawyer that actually like cares about injustice when it comes to certain cases. Like obviously some of them she doesn't care about justice, but like the ones that she has a personal attachment to, she always like tries to fight her best, whereas others, as we can see, all her previous lawyers just told her to plead guilty and get the minimum sentence. They didn't care, but Annalise really does. And I liked how it was kind of woven through the storytelling in her therapist session.
Yeah, the contrast between them, they kept snipping back through each of them, and you can tell Annalise does have a personal attachment to the case. It makes sense that she fought so hard for that woman, and it paid off. You know, nothing gets between Annalise and a good bit of justice. So, you know, we knew from the start, I think she was gonna get it.
Her therapist tried to like kind of bond with her by giving a bit of his own history, but now that's just replayed history with Sam, so now she's not gonna trust him.
I think he's trying a new method with Annalise that I don't think she's ever had before, where it's quite a direct approach, and Annalise is very direct herself, and I think getting hit with these memories is quite triggering for her. I don't think she's going to be so open with her therapist anytime soon until she fully trusts him, of course. And I'm still so confused at why he's in the flash forwards. I didn't think he'd have much of a part in this.
They must have conversations outside of their therapy sessions, I suppose, for him to be out of the office and involved with everyone else. I don't know. I'm interested about his involvement though. The thing is, I trust him in the therapy sessions. Like, he doesn't seem odd to me, but in the flash forwards, he looks really shifty.
I know, and it was weird when he said she's awake, as if he knew before that Laurel wasn't awake and knew something was wrong with her.
Yeah.
Like, he's involved with the Keating family? What?
The gang were all trying to audition, interview for internships, and Michaela was doing very well, and she got into Kaplan and Gold, which is the big one, and then Laurel just crushed her dreams because she's going to make her do dirty work.
Do you know what? I was not expecting that ending. Props to them to getting into that firm. It looks very, very fancy. And we know Laurel has been hard at work figuring out everything with Wes and his case. And she found out that that firm supports her father's firm.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of nasty for her to use Michaela go forward with her own investigation.
Especially considering Michaela's going to be of a very low rank there, like she's just an intern.
I know. It's going to be a lot of sneaking around, I think, but I want to know why Laurel just doesn't go to the police for help. I know they aren't the most trustworthy, and we've seen before, but like, even just talking to Nate, even though he's not the most approachable, but just talk to him about the evidence she's got.
I'm assuming, because like obviously we saw her Googling her dad's company and then like all the misdeeds that he's done, so I'm guessing this law firm probably covers up all of his like misdemeanors and wrongdoings, so there's probably some fishy people in there that are covering up for the bad guys, so you know, it's better to have an insider there. And like, if they're all in on it and they're all like, oh, if this guy comes in, don't report it or something, like there's obviously something going on there to cover up all of her dad's crime.
It's so wrong for a company like that to be covering up the deeds of someone awful. And if Michaela and Asher get in, I don't know if Asher got in or whatever, but it'd be good if she could get access to files and stuff, like previous like people that, you know, supported. It'd be useful information.
Oh, Connor's not having a good day either. He didn't get any callbacks, but
No,
he had a nice scene with Laurel. I thought it was gonna end in a bloodbath like that elevator, but it actually ended pretty well. Laurel was nice to him and she told him to stop hating himself. She is mad at him, but like, I don't think she's completely opposed to being friends again, which is good, because I know it's annoying that Connor lied for so long and we were mad at him as well, obviously, but he didn't cause Wes's death at the end of the day, and he only lied because he was scared that he would get done for it. So like, I feel bad for Connor.
I do, to a degree as well. I do think he was stupid for not going sooner, but when he saw Laurel's tears all the time and how hard she was taking it, it's annoying. But I'm happy they had that moment in her apartment. It's sweet. I'll give it an 8. I am giving it an 8 because I really like the case in this episode. It really tugged at my heartstrings. I was weeping a little bit. I loved the case, everything about it, and the justice that got served. But also the little, you know, ins and outs of, you know, Wes's case interest me and everything. And Laurel is quite badass at the moment, so yeah. Love that.
I agree. I'm going to give it an 8 as well. I think the case more carried the episode for me. I thought it was really good, and considering it's a character that we already knew as well, it kind of meant even more. Obviously the backstory is always going to be sad to hear because it's absolutely awful what happened to her, so we're always going to want this case to win, but we knew her and we saw a lovely woman she was and how she protected Annalise in prison, so it was like we were rooting for them even more. It makes the outcome even happier. The interview stuff, like, Obviously, I know it's important to the story and stuff, but it wasn't the most interesting thing, so that's why this rating would be lower than other episodes. But it was still a really good episode. How to Get Away with Murder just doesn't disappoint ever.
There's always something. I don't think there's ever been a really bad episode.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching our reaction to season 4 episode 2 of How to Get Away with Murder. If you want to watch the episode in its entirety, then the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below, but don't feel any pressure, it's just for people that want to watch the episodes along with us. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for episode 3. Bye!